Okay, what we have here is a nice baby slash pet gate. I left the box there just so you could see. The brand is Summer Wood and Metal. It's from Amazon. It's around $100. What we needed for this space though was something that was pretty wide. This is 58 inches across here. Most of them don't go that wide. So this one does, but it also adjusts down. So we had another one at a different opening that is much smaller, more like 40 inches, and it works fine in that too. So what you get is a decent instruction manual, which I know since I've already done one, I'm not going to go through the book, but it is actually as good as most of them are. You get the gate itself, which is wood, and the frame is metal. It makes a pretty solid gate when it's all said and done. And then you get these extenders, okay? So you've got 3 different sizes. I don't know if you can see where the lines are, but these come apart. And that allows you to come up with a variety of different sizes, along with the fact that the bolts extend out an inch or so. So you can pretty much make it fit anything from, I think it's 40 inch, maybe 35 inch, I'm not sure, up to 60. And like I said, this is 58, so we need every bit of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this apart because I want the gate to be in the middle. There we go. Alrighty. So I'm going to put one of these on one end and one on the other. Oh, we lost the pin. How about that? Okay, hold on. Alright. I did that on purpose just so you could see that the, that the pin got stuck. So you can see they go in a certain way. I'm going to do the same on this side. Okay. And then I'll put these 2 on this side. To push it together this way. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Okay. And then we'll do this one. You could put, if you had a reason to put the gate on one end or the other, you could do that, but I'm trying to do it so it's even. So the gate's pretty much in the middle. Alright. There we go. Alrighty, so now we have a pretty nice size opening here. I think it probably went to swing this way, so I'm going to turn it around. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go. Alright, so what you have next, well, let me talk about the hardware here real quick. I'm just going to set this down. So you end up with 4 of these guys, okay, which go into each end there, and you extend out the nut as far as you want it to be before you even put it in there, and then we can tighten it once it's in. It just pushes it farther apart to make it tighter. So you get it, generally speaking, where you want it, and then you can tighten it once it's in. They have these brackets they give you, and the whole idea is you have a adhesive backing. You put it on the wall like that, and then you run a screw into it in the middle, and that gives you a solid bracket for it to slide into. So when we go to take it off, we just loosen the 2 bolts a little bit, and it should lift right up, but the brackets stay on, and it keeps it secure. It keeps it from being something that if you have a baby or a pet that's pushing on it really hard, that it'll collapse in. So you don't want that to happen, obviously. So that's what those are for. It comes with all that times 4. and it gives you the anchors if you want to use that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going straight into the studs here. And they give you a very nice wrench, which I won't knock them. They gave you a wrench that you could use for it. I'm not going to use it, but that's what you get. Okay? So, first thing we need to do is adjust all these guys out. I'm going to see how far apart I need to be. Not a ton. And when you consider that I'm going to have both sides on it, so let's say we go something along that line. So I want to make them all the same to start with. We'll see how far off I am by guessing. A little tight on that one. They just slip in like so. Okay. And then this guy, too far open. So again, just pushes right in there. You're not screwing it into it. It's just gonna allowing you to hold tension against it. Okay. Oh yeah, didn't think about that. So if you can see, I have baseboards on the bottom. So obviously the bottom nuts need to be tighter. The top nuts are going to stick out farther. So that's not quite going to fly the way I did it. So I'm going to say this guy, something like that. What is that about? What do we got here? Alright, well that one's not letting me go in any further. That's going to be a problem if that's not going to let me do that. See what the other side does. Huh. Alrighty. Well, that's maybe an issue. We'll see. These guys. Alright. So I'm shooting to go here. Oh, there we go. Now, all right. Okay, so that'll work. It's roughly where I want it. So what I can do is I'll mark where those feet are, so that I can attach these guys. Okay? So I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm just going to draw a little circle-ish around here in pencil. Over here. Okay. Now, this guy off. And we can start just taking the paper off these 2 pads, or these 4 pads, I guess. So get this guy here. And I'm going to put it right here. Again, basically the U up so that it's where you want it to be, and you can easily lift the gate out. Just loosen the bolts a little bit, lift it out. That's what we're shooting for here. So let's go ahead and do all 4 of them. Now, I'm not going to do it quite the way they say to do it, because I normally don't. Just kidding. So the 2 on the bottom are on the baseboard, and I don't want to splinter the baseboard. Plus, we have this little piece of quarter round here. So if something was pushing from that side, and that did give a little bit, it's like almost right on the quarter round, so the quarter round would help hold it. Besides that, I'm not worried about something pushing the bottom out. I'm worried about like a little kid shaking the top. So the top are the 2 that I think are more important. So I'm not telling you to not do it, but I'm not going to put screws in the bottom. Here. Alright. So then I just need the 2 screws. Nice and easy. Pulls the pad in, it compresses it a little bit. It's all good. Okay. And then we're going to take the frame back. And we should be able to slide it right in there. Whoop, missed on this side. Get the bottoms together. Bottoms are in. Alright. So the bottoms and the tops are all in the brackets. This guy, you'll see, obviously, that is not matched up. So it needs more attention. So I'm going to use, actually I'm going to go on the other side, but I don't have that piece of wood in the way. It's drawing it together a little bit. This guy, a bit of a gap there. This one's got more room to work. So. I'm going to go against what I said before, I'm going to use our crappy little wrench because there's just not really room to use anything real. So, in this case, we're just going to have to grin and bear it and do what might be kind of a slow version of it. Yeah, it works pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep going. So really, there's no room for a bigger wrench in this case. So you can see just turning the nut is just creating the tension. It's just pushing and increasing that gap. Like I said, there's nothing actually screwing into this guy. So we are close, but not quite. So let me... The bottom's pretty snug. A little too tight. Okay, so what you'll see, I don't know how well you can see this, but there's a little slide catch here, and then you've got the bracket that goes on the bottom rail here, so you lift it up and drop it in. Got a little bit of a notch here, a dovetail kind of thing. So you lift it, drop it in the slot, and the catch goes on there, and that's pretty solid. The only thing is, something to watch out for, this crept up on me, I wasn't paying attention. So I am going to have to loosen it a little bit. Put a little weight on it. Alright, that's good enough. Oh, too tight. Alright, that's a pretty solid barrier for a little one, so that's what we've got for today.